It is 5:30 and we are showing a quorum. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Each of you have received the minutes by email for May 28th, 2024 meeting. May I have a motion to accept the minutes as submitted?
So moved.
Is there a second?
A second.
And by a show of hands, maybe take a vote. All in favor say aye.
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 Thank you. We'll leave that here. You guys have also received the payment of claims, and I would like to make a request to have a motion to accept the payment of claims.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. By a show of hands, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Payment of claims. Hold on one second. At this time, we'll go ahead and take the utility superintendent's report.
Good evening, everyone. Got several updates for you this evening. First one is Phase 1 of the Fort Harrison Sanitary Sewer Capacity Improvements Project is, for all intents and purposes, complete. We still have a final walkthrough scheduled for next week to go through any punch list items we might encounter on the project, so we can get those corrected before we can close out the project and make the final pay apps out to the contractor. I believe, yes, that's set up for June 18th of next week. Also, due to multiple failures recently on the sanitary sewer line that runs down Shafter Avenue from Post Road to Glen Road, I have engaged our engineer to start design and construction phase of Phase 3 of the Fort Harrison Sewer Capacity Improvements Project. We have a meeting set up next week as well on that to nail down all the scope of the project and cost estimates. The preliminary engineer's estimate is, I lost my place there, $3 million for that portion of the project. I've talked to Humphrey, the CFO for the city. We have that money available in our bond money. So we're going to get that project started. It also will help eliminate a lot of I&I in that section of line. It's old. It's got a lot of cracks in it from the television work that we've had done already, and the manholes, brick manholes, dilapidated. So we'll get those sealed up, and that'll help as part of removing our I&I problems that we have. Also, ADS has completed the flow data from the Indian Creek Interceptor flow study that was recently performed. They've got the information to American Structure Point for review. Then they'll use that data to update and calibrate our hydraulic flow model of the interceptor. And we can use that information to identify problems where we have high I&I during rain events, so we can plan out future projects to eliminate that. They hope to have all the data reviewed and the model updated by the end of this summer. Brookside Park Phase 2 Water Utility Improvements Project is still underway. The water main and service lines have all been installed. They still remain, the concrete yard and asphalt restoration still need to be made on that project. We need to put together a punch list on that one as well before we close it out. We will also begin working with American Structure Point to identify, design, and put out for bid one, if not two more I&I reduction projects by the end of the year. These will be focused in areas that are identified in the agreed order or administrative order on consent with the EPA that we're currently under with the EPA. And then Connexco Inc. has begun the potholing work to identify water service line pipe materials that's required by the EPA as far as the lead service line inventory as well. That project is supposed to be completed. This phase of that project is supposed to be completed by August 11, 2024 for this first round. And just as a reminder, I know I've said it several times, this is just a small portion of that out of that $400,000 that we got from the forgivable ban. We still will be looking at an additional $1.2 million to complete that inventory. We'll continue to look for any grant money that's available But if not, and we can't receive any more, I have talked to the CFO as well. We have the money available in our capital funds. We also have 2 sanitary sewer billing adjustments on the agenda this evening, and we recommend approval for both of those.
And were these water leaks?
Yes, ma'am.
Any discussion? Any questions?
Yeah, the data that's just going to be gathered, how are you going to use that as a reference? It's like a benchmark that you want to use to try for
Yes.
future projects?
Due to the dates, and we know when there's rain events, they had those flow meters installed down in manholes. So we can take that data from normal, average, daily.
Okay,
dry
so it'll be
weather
an
flow,
average, okay,
And
gotcha.
then you can see the rain data when we have rain events and how much that increases. That identifies that we do have I&I problems.
Gotcha, okay. That's it, thank you.
Anything else? Okay, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Okay. Next item on the agenda is unfinished business. There is none. The next item on the agenda is new business. There is none. May I entertain a motion for account adjustment approval for address 5411 Sweetwater Drive for $563.27 due to a service line leak?
So moved.
Is there a second?
A second?
And by a show of hands, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, aye. Also, motion carried. Accounts adjustment number 2, at 4501 North Hartman Drive for $4,732.58 due to a service line leak.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion? None. Motion carried. All those in favor, I'm sorry, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, remonstration rate of dispute regarding disconnect notice, none. Citizens' comments, none. May I have or entertain a motion to adjourn?
I move we adjourn.
Okay, is there a second?
A second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried, we're adjourned.